Maya have always relied on the land to support them. But now the land is scarce and the soil poor, and they too are becoming poor.
Francisco, ¿dónde fuiste?
Muy lejos.
¿Dónde fuiste a traer leña?
Ya en Tubetuxba.
¿Cuánto tiempo tuve que caminar?
1 hora.
¿Y dónde está tu papá?
Él está en la finca, trabajando.
¿Dónde?
En Golotenango, en la finca.
Where the land is very poor, as it is in Todos Santos, Cuchamatan, in the highlands of Guatemala, the people must hire out as laborers on the large cotton or coffee plantations in order to pay for their cargoes. They are fed only beans and are exposed to the pesticides sprayed on the cotton. As wage laborers, they become subject to the larger economic forces at work in Guatemala. They stay away from their hamlets for long periods of time, work under difficult conditions for low wages, largely to fulfill obligations ritually prescribed for them in the cargo system.
La vida de nosotros en la costa es muy cuesta, porque esa es la pena el que da con nosotros, es que con los güiritos nos vamos en camión para llevar los patojos y llegar allá, muy cuesta, y mucho calor, mucho sol. El camión tiene una tabla nada más y le duele el todo para sentar y brincar y todo. Y hasta el otro día llegamos a la costa. Por eso se hace enfermedad de los patojitos. Cuando llegamos allá, lo vamos a recibir costal, vamos a recibir raciones. Y después se van a trabajar la gente. Y yo voy a tortear tortilla de la gente y todos los hombres, mujeres se van al campo.
¿Y qué trabajo hacen?
A cortar algodón. Hay unos que corten mucho y hay unos que hacen 200 libras, hay unos que hacen 100.
¿Y cuánto se gana por quintal?
Aquel día 1 quetzal cada quintal, a centavo cada libre de algodón, a centavo.
¿Usted cuánto da a la gente antes que van?
Según cuando la gente pide sus 10 quetzales o 25 quetzales estamos dando para que vaya la gente a trabajar, ¿verdad? Sí.
¿Y cuánto tiempo están en la costa?
Un mes, 30 días trabajo.
¿Y usted cómo gana? ¿Usted gana?
Yo gano a veces que gano 75, 100 quetzales al mes.
¿Y cuánto ganan la gente allá?
La gente gana, según depende, gana sus 40, 50 quetzales al mes, un poco más.
As difficult as life is on the plantation, even this kind of work is often scarce. The work is seasonal, and unemployment in northern Guatemala is high. In order to pay for their cargo positions, some men resort to extreme measures. Enrique Olvera came to the United States 8 years ago from the village of San Jeronimo in Mexico. But in a sense, he has never left. The powerful system of cargo obligations requires him to send thousands of pesos back to his town at considerable sacrifice and in lieu of actual service. He lives in this group of trailers with a large extended family and a number of young people from his village who have come to the United States. Senor Olvera's last cargo cost 8,000 pesos, but with the 15% interest paid back to kinsmen and friends, the total cost was 12,000 pesos, or about $600. He must continue with his cargo obligations, or he can never return to his village, something which he and his wife hope to do someday.
No cumplimos en el obligación lo que es del gobierno.
The burden is so heavy for us that we must come north to be able to pay our debt.
Nosotros, pues, como por ejemplo yo que no voy a mi pueblo.
Those like myself who can't go to their own villages receive a bill by mail so we can pay as though we were there. At a plastics company, Olvera paints everything from merry-go-round horses to statues that adorn the tops of hamburger stands. It is believed among the Maya that a man and his family will be punished by the saints with sickness or poverty if he does not pass his cargo well. Frank Kansian, professor of anthropology at the University of California at Irvine, believes that the cargo system performs important economic functions for the community as well.
Some people think that this cargo system is what's called a leveling device. That is to say, they think what it does is by requiring the rich people to spend more money than the poor people spend, that it evens out wealth differences in the community. And by evening out the wealth differences, it prevents the envy of some poor people for rich people from disrupting the life of the community. The label that's usually put on this is a socially controlled means of display. That's what the cargo system is. So that the community controls the way people spend their money and in effect returns to them position in the community for their service.
Throughout a year of religious service, dressing and adorning the saints is one of the major duties of a cargo holder. The saints of the Catholic Church are conceived of as the brothers and sisters of God and are worshipped in much the same way that the ancient Maya gods were. Their jewels and their clothing are sacred objects and must be packed in bundles when the saints are taken to visit other ceremonial centers. These men from Larrainzar in Mexico are preparing to carry their patron saint to the nearby town of Magdalenas. Religious practices for the Highland Maya encourage trade between widely dispersed communities, and taking the saints visiting involves the sale of special items produced in each hamlet. The saint, San Andreas, has been carefully tended by the cargo holders, from the lowest to the highest. While all the cargo holders attend the saint, each man, depending on his level in the system, has a set of special duties.
Among the Maya, there are different levels of cargoes or positions, and what a man does is he has a career often that involves different positions at different times in his life. For instance, Capitan is a cargo that serves just for a few fiestas. A Capitan carries flags at a few fiestas and doesn't serve for the whole year. Mayordomos serve out the full year and have lots of various duties in the church. They change flowers, they spread pine needles on the floor, they light candles at particular occasions where that kind of ritual is necessary. The alfereces are essentially an embellishment on the fiesta system. They don't have any of the particular duties that the mayordomos do. They give parties for each other, they march around at the celebrations. They look much more important than the mayordomos and are only present on very special situations.